Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As you already know, this is your U.S. General. 5-drawer tool card with side tray and deep compartment. Today is Saturday, as you can see. We now back over at the storage unit, getting back to it, getting busy as always, okay? In today's video segment presentation, what I would like to do is go over quite a few items that I have picked up, within the last few weeks or so, all right? If for some reason, unfortunately, some of the viewers and subscribers haven't been keeping up with the content, I will be able to bring you up to speed a little bit in this particular video, all right? But I ain't going to hold you up too much more longer in the introductory of things. But as I always state, as usual, I always keep my signature lingering somewhere in the background. My Dunkin' Donuts coffee. You already know, okay? So pretty much about to get quite a few things out to the top of the tool cart. We're going to take a walk and we're going to dive right into things. Let's get it. All right, if for some reason, if you've been stuck underneath a rock and been MIA for quite a minute and been missing out on some of the content, what you're taking a look at is the Snap-on brand, Snap-on line when it comes to its lighting system and some of the features that are provided by Snap-on, all right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to start over here towards the left-hand side first. And what you're basically taking a look at is your aluminum project light. This is the 700 lumen light. The part number is ECPRA072 here, which you're taking a look at. When it comes to this particular light, I've had this light, for, quite a very long time now. When I first got this was a new release. I think I was the first one to put out a video on this particular light on YouTube. If I wasn't, I was either the first or the second. I know that there was another YouTube creator another known creator who put out a video on this item just as well. The part number is ECFLPRA350. All right, so we will be going back into this a little bit after I run through quite a few of his. Last week I did pick up, what you're taking a look at here is the 1000 lumen mini floodlight. All right, the part number is ECFDD108. I did do an unboxing and did a little demonstration when it came to this particular light, but there was quite a few things that I left out. So in this particular video, we're going to follow up and, I'm going to point some of those different things out about this particular light that wasn't necessarily shown in the last video when it came to this light. What you're taking a look at over here is the 425 lumen rechargeable clip light, and the part number is ECSPF032. Okay, this was another item that was picked up. If you didn't happen to catch yesterday's video that was uploaded, I was on a Snap-on truck taking care of some business, and what I picked up, what you're taking a look at here, is the foldable dual pen light, and the part number is ECPND032. This particular light do rotate at 180 degrees, and yesterday's video I ran through the content and I ran through the video quite fast and things like that. There was some information that was left out about this particular light, so we're going to get into that just as well, because after I shot the video and I really took a look at the light, there was quite a few things that I left out that I should have had, I should have took it out the box and looked at it before I actually shot the video. But a lot of times I don't necessarily do that. A lot of times when I shoot the content, I give the viewers the first bird's eye view just as well as myself, okay? Once again, I'm not sponsored by no tool brand or no tool trucks or anything like that. Anyone who looks in on this channel, they know I actually have a Snap-on dealer just as well. There's plenty of items that I purchase, outside of the tool truck brand line, just as well as I also have other different lighting systems, just so to say, is, Milwaukee rover lights and underhood lights and, you know, the other particular lights, headlamps and things like that, which I have demonstrated and displayed in the past, which we'll take a look at some of those things just as well, if unfortunately some of the subscribers and some of the viewers missed out on some of those particular videos. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get all of these items out to the top of the tool cart so that we can take a good look at them. I'm going to show you, you know, quite a few in differentials about each of them. You know, you always have your significant other who may question you if you're a mechanic or a technician. You know, why you have to buy so many tools? Why you need so many ratchets? Why you need so many lights? But see, what they don't understand is that not all tools is created equal, just as well as not all of these lights that you see at the top of the tool cart is created equal. I actually have, you know, each light for different particular reasons. You know, they serve their own purpose when called upon for different specification and applications and things like that. Just so to say, like ratchets, you know, us as technicians and mechanics, we use a lot of different ratchets, you know, from 3 different drive sizes and different designs of ratchets just as well for different specifications and applications. So some of the individuals who are not mechanically inclined, who look in on some of these videos and then they ask, you know, why you have to have so many of these, or why you have to have so many of, you know, you understand what I'm saying? This is for what reason why. So we'll be able to touch a little bit about that in this particular video. So what I'm about to do is I'm about to get these lights out so that we can dive right into it. Let's get it. All right, now that I have, you know, quite a few things out, at the prior moment, I have 4 out of the 6 lights out. When it comes to the wireless system, I will get to that after I run through these 4, because the wireless system is within inside the chest on the magnetic base and things like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start over here to the left, all right, which is your aluminum body. When it comes to these particular lights here, this is the most durable out of amongst the rest, okay, because it has an aluminum body. When working in certain particular elements, this is the excellent light for that. You know, say for instance it was raining or something like that, you wouldn't necessarily have to worry, you know, about the light getting damaged and things like that. Okay, this actually has like a rubber face housing, okay, just as well. These lights do run off USB support and things like that of that nature. When it came to this particular light right here, I did demonstrate it, you know, when I first took it out the box, and you know, I was showing, you know, the brightness and things like that, but there was quite a few things that I didn't really touch on when it came to this light. This light also rotates just as well, you know, like some of the others. But what I want to show in that particular video, I did go off to state, you know, how the back end is magnetic from 2 different sides. This is a clip design just as well. All right, it's not easy for me to hold the camera and, you know, split it in half, you know, because the spring is very, very tight. But what I want to show, which I did not show in that particular video, okay, when you're taking a look at the back, you have your power button here, but what I didn't show is how you have a digital display, all right, that gives you a meter and a range to let you know when your battery is dying, how fully charged and things like that. Then it actually has another setting. So, you know, this light right here is very, very bright. Once again, I'll cut out the underhood light so that you can get a good idea. All right, so say for instance you was working in, you know, a dark area and you was behind the flood, you'll be able to get a description on a digital display and things like that. All right, so that's basically when it comes to that particular light there. All right, so what I want to do is I want to move along. Okay, I want to move along back up over here. So, you know, I also demonstrated when it came to these lights right here, okay, can flip down. If, you know, if you need to flip it upwards, this does rotate 360 degrees. When it comes to this light right here, I believe that this light is very good for underneath vehicles where you may not necessarily be able to get a good magnetic base, because nowadays you have a lot of different shields and plastic shields under a lot of new make model vehicles, just as well as you have like some boarded shields that have like a not a mesh material but a material that covers it, like a carpet type material. These are also spring loaded. These are also ran off of USB support, and you would basically have your power button right here. All right, but like I said, when it comes, to something like this and something compared like this in a situation, this is a particular light that you may not be able to get in a lot of different locations more enough. Just to give you a good example, this is good in a sense, like if you were working at an engine bay, all right, and say, for instance, you weren't working in a shop, or you were working somewhere outside and you were working in the dark, and say, unfortunately, you didn't possess something like the underhood light to illuminate the whole engine bay. A light like this would basically be able to illuminate the whole entire area. Unfortunately, like a light like this, it's very bright, but it's going to hit a particular location. It may not broaden the whole bay. Okay, so in a situation, that's where this actually comes into play. If you happen to miss yesterday's video, this was a light right here that I did pick up, that I was talking about and I was demonstrating. There were some things that I did leave out about this particular light. I do like this light right here. I may need to pick up another one. As you happen to notice here, how it has a clip. I did go off to demonstrate, how it is magnetic at its base here. Okay. What I did not show, okay, is that it's also magnetic towards its side. Okay, so as you see, as basically extending it outwards, it's magnetic from both ends. All right. Here you would have your power button. So as I was showing, and as you can see, I don't have the light folded out, so you would basically have your flood. Okay, then you can fold it outwards like this. Okay, this light is very bright. All right, another mode which I didn't show is the third mode, where it has a third light, okay, towards the outside. So say, for instance, you didn't necessarily need it folded out. All right, so there is, three different features, in this one design right here. Like I was stating, that this light right here, it feels very, very durable. It does not feel cheap at all. I'm not quite sure who designs these, or who creates, where they're actually made. You do feel the weight in this particular pen light, like you would have like aluminum body pen light. You feel the battery design, you feel the technology, you know what I'm saying, and the weight within this particular light right here. So these are nice. On a truck, these are running roughly about $70, and that's before taxes. All right, but unfortunately, if you do not have a dealer, then if you were purchasing from corporate or online site, you're gonna have to worry about taxes and shipping fees and things like that, of that nature. Nowadays, I believe that the prices came down on these here. They used to be a little expensive. Now I think that you could pick these up for roughly about $90. On a truck, these run roughly about 168, 170, and that's before taxes. All right, on a truck. Once again, if you don't have a dealer, then you're gonna have to worry about shipping and taxes and banking institution fees and things like that, depending upon your pay method. When it comes to this light right here, I think these is ranging roughly about 128, 130 for these particular lights right here. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move along. I'm going to open up the chest, and now we're going to get into the wireless system. Let's get it. All right, so now that I have the chest open, and you can see, how I have a different arrangement and a different assortment, not just tool truck brand, but, non-tool truck brand lighting systems just as well. What you're taking a look at here is your Snap-on wireless system. Like I stated, when these first came out, they were ranging, I think I paid, like $275 for these when they first touchdown when they very first came out, but throughout time the prices have dropped on them a little bit. This light here that you're taking a look at towards the left is a 500 lumen light, and the one that you see here is a 300 lumen floodlight. Okay, they have their LED indicators. When it's time to recharge them, the LED lights will start blinking. It'll indicate when it's time to charge. These are not ran off USB support. Only the base is ran off USB support, but the lights themselves, are magnetic, and they magnetize to this base, and the base basically charges the lights. So that's why those are, the price range and why they're so expensive due to the fact of the technology. So there's always going to be a premium that comes with particular equipment that's like that. As you can see, I still keep my Milwaukee floods. All right, this is one of my most commonly used lights that I keep on my person, more than often. All right, mainly more than some of the other particular lights that you see. And just as well as this rover light, I actually go to these two lights, a lot. All right, but like I said, each light serves its own purpose when needed. When it comes to this pen light here, I definitely recommend these. If you have a dealer, ask your dealer about them. Okay. Once again, unfortunately, if you do not have a dealer, I don't think that these are out on an online site at the prior moment or in the catalog. I'm not really too sure, but I think that they are of new releases and things like that. So down here, as you can see, I do keep headlamps and things. I have a headlamp there. I have another headlamp over here. All right. In some past videos, I have thrown out a video showing that when I'm not capable of actually being able to utilize some of these lights, I wear certain particular lights over my gloves when I'm working. I do wear impact gloves just as well as I wear latex gloves. So if you never seen those particular lights, I'll get those out so that you can get a quick visual of those real quick. All right. All right, so in some instances, when I basically cannot utilize some of these particular lights, and say, for instance, there is no magnetic base that, I can stick, some of the lights to, then, I would normally go to these right here, and I will wear these over my gloves or, latex gloves and things like that. These are bright in the dark. So I'm going to give you a little quick demonstration of, how these look in the dark over your gloves. All right, so let's get it. All right, so real quick, this is how I would have them over my gloves. Some technicians and mechanics, they don't like technically wearing gloves. I wear impact gloves and latex gloves. I feel a whole lot much more aggressive, and my work performance is different when I wear gloves and things like that. So this is how they would basically look. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this on, and I'm going to cut out this light up here so that you can basically see, and get a good visual to how these look. Let's get it. All right, so as you can see, and how they have the lights, these are bright. All right, so just hypothetically speaking, say I was working in the dark and I needed to get down in the engine compartment, and I didn't necessarily have these particular lights, or there wasn't an area where that's magnetized where I can get it in, or say I was working around electrical parts and things like that. Now that I'm wearing these on my left hand and right hand, it's more easy for me to go deep down in the engine. You see how everything else is dark, but if I'm working with two hands, now I can see. And so say, for instance, I'm ratcheting just as well as I have a ratchet here, and as you see, as I'm holding the ratchet, okay, and I'm just illuminating the area where I'm working. So this is for what reason why I have these, which I wear on my left hand and my right hand in certain situations, depending upon where I'm working at a particular time and the convenience of them. All right, so let's get it. So pretty much my take on, some of the lights that Snap-on provide. Not for nothing, if I can only really have one Besides, with the exception of the pen light, I would definitely need the pen light for its convenience. But overall, it still would be the normal aluminum housing, all right, because it is the most durable. And depending upon weather conditions, like this is the more, it's not as versatile as some others, but this is the one that I believe that is really going to hold up, but it is a light that is most commonly lost by technicians because of its magnetic base, and sometimes they forget to leave them underneath the car, or sometimes leave them underneath the hood and close the hood down, and then a customer drives off and things like that. So, and once again, these lights are quite expensive, just alone within the lighting systems that you see sitting just alone in this area, is roughly about $600, if probably a little bit less or probably a little bit more. But with the underhood light, that's a whole nother 200 and some change without the battery and things like that. So when you take a look at all the lights all together, you're looking at roughly about maybe close to $1,000, if not maybe about what, two and some change. Then I paid another two, so that's like 500. This one over here, that's like six and some change, 7, 8, yeah, basically almost about $1,000 altogether with the headlamps and things like that. So I'm quite sure that you get the idea. All right. All right, so today is Saturday. All right, want everybody to enjoy the rest of the evening out there. We're gonna keep it real discreet. We're gonna wrap this video up right about now. Want everybody to keep a safe and blessed one out there. And this is your U.S. General 5-drawer tool cart with side tray and deep compartment. And don't forget to tune in to the live streams every weekend at the Heavy Wrench. All right. So into that next tool haul, that next modification video, that new toolbox tour that's coming, real soon. As soon as I receive this new tool storage, you already know, we gonna check you later. Peace.